Hey guys, I'm Matt.
And I'm Raymond. Roll for perception.
Damn.
Looks to me like you're going to be critically numb on this one.
Let's get it rolling. Hey guys, welcome back to Stogies and Broskies. Today, we're smoking on Espinosa's Comfortably Numb. Ray, what are we going to be sipping on today?
Today, we are going to be sipping on Sandkeg. This is a collab with Critical Role and Quest Ends.
Matt, what's his last name?
The guy that played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo. So yeah, he's one of the faces of this company. I think it's his company. I don't know. Yeah,
Right on.
But either way, it's a nice little bottle we've got sitting here. So
yeah, you want to go ahead and pour it, and we'll start talking.
Start getting into this nerd shit.
Yeah, get into the nerd shit. So today we're going to talk about our very first D&D campaign.
D&D.
So I can tell you mine, I was in elementary school and I wanted to hang out with my older brother and his friends. They were all having a good time and I didn't have friends around me at the time. So I just wanted to be involved. And what they were playing looked really interesting. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. I didn't know the rules or anything. And so they were in the middle of the campaign, and I was like, I want to play. And so finally his friends were like, man, let him play, it'll be fun. So they talked my older brother into letting me play. They already had a character built up and they just handed it to me. And the only thing that I truly remember to date was the final battle. And I think I was like a ranger or something. I had a bow and arrow. That's the part that really stuck out. So these monsters, or this big bad monster, was killing all the party members. And he started chasing me. And so I had my character running away and then turning over, shooting my bow and arrow as I'm running away from this character. And everybody else was dead. I was the only one alive, and I finished off this monster by myself. And so it like turned into this whole big thing because all these older kids died, and here the youngest, who didn't know how to play, was just knocking out these awesome rolls, and I killed the big bad. And so like I became like this ultimate hero, and my older brother absolutely disliked it because he enjoys being that person. And so here I was, the kid of the group, just dominating. And so that's the start of D&D for me.
So the start for me was, I was probably about the same age, and a bunch of my family, my older cousins, my younger cousin too, my brother-in-law at the time, my uncle, they were all going out on the back porch and they were going to play D&D. And I was like, oh, I never even heard of D&D before.
Right.
So I was like, cool, let's go. And so I go back there, and they don't have what they have now with all the online character building stuff. So we all had to sit there for like an hour creating our characters, and I was like, this is overwhelming. And then we sat down, and we had a huge circle of us. We were playing. There was alcohol flowing around the entire back porch. Most of us were underage, so it was kind of just whatever we could get our hands on at the time.
Sure.
So we're all drunk, and my cousin, the one thing I remember about it is my cousin, every time we'd kill something, would go search it and want to take a body part. And so his big thing was always beating people with their own penis. Yeah, he would take a body part off of any monster, and that was a weapon, dude. He had an enchanted penis. It was pretty funny. That's the only thing I remember. It was great. So hard to handle, right?
I feel like this should be a blooper reel.
No, it's a full episode.
All right, so oh my goodness.
Did it hate you wrong?
So
roll for damage. You're not.
Yeah. All right. So this Espinosa comfortably numb. What do you think about it, buddy? And like we're gonna go just completely honest here.
Very oily wrapper, just off the get. Before lighting it, the aromas were actually pretty solid there.
Yep.
But personally, the flavors just don't mesh well with me.
Right. So when I first cut it pre-light, the draw was super airy. I could like it felt like there was no resistance there whatsoever. Which to me doesn't necessarily mean like it's gonna be a rough cigar, because sometimes typically when you light it, it'll tighten up, and and so I get a decent draw on it now. I do agree it is a very oily wrapper.
I guess it leaves the oil on your lips.
Yeah. When I first lit it, the first couple of draws, I was getting like some like fruit stripe gum flavors like on the back end. It was really weird. Like it was very fruity flavors. All in all,
like that old zebra gum.
Yeah, the zebra gum.
Yeah.
But I have to say, all in all, it was a cheap buy. I don't think that I would personally buy it again.
No, I probably wouldn't. The wife recommended it to us. She saw the wrapper and thought it looked cool, so she was like, "Get this."
So yeah, we did.
Yeah, you live, you learn. Sometimes you get hit over the head with a over
an enchanted penis.
You know. No, I wouldn't say this is that bad, but you know.
How about this Sandkhegs
Yeah,
Hide?
let's move over to that hide, dog.
It's got a very like sweet, like corn whiskey smell to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's try it.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Definitely has that corn whiskey flavor.
Yeah.
I know that Matt in a podcast he did was talking about all the liquid in there is aged 4+ years.
Mm-hmm.
And they really went into to depth. It's finished off in sherry and vermouth casks. They wanted to pull out that sweetness to it. So like there's a whole story behind Sandkhegs Hide, and it's like fermented bowel of this creature.
Some fermented stomach acid of a. So I can't remember.
Sandkegs, right?
Of a sandkeg, yeah. Or, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what a fermented stomach acid's supposed to taste like, but I mean, it's not bad.
It's not hateful.
No.
Like I'll finish a glass. It's not gonna be a toss, but
No.
It definitely has like a just a whiskey, not a bourbon oakiness, but definitely like that whiskey, the high corn mash bill sweetness to it.
It doesn't have much of a burn.
No,
it goes down really easy.
Yep. I don't get a lot of the sherry out of it, but I do get the vermouth out of it.
See, that's the thing. I get the cherry.
Okay,
that's where I'm really hitting on that cherry. So, and just that's the difference in our palate. So I've really pulled those sweet notes out.
Yeah,
I tend to pull the sweeter notes out of cigars as well, though.
Right. Well,
the two of us.
I'm not sure if you had a lot of experience with vermouth, like a sweet vermouth, but it's pretty sweet as well.
Is it?
Yeah. So like when I have sherry flavor or sherry finished bourbons and scotches, like I get that that dryness, and the wine after flavors.
Yeah.
Where this, I'm not getting that I typically with a sherry finish. So I'm definitely I feel like I'm getting more of that vermouth. I mean, it's still kind of dry, but yeah, I'm definitely getting the sweetness out of it.
Definitely. Right on.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, is this going to be infinity bottle worthy?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
So if you guys are just tuning in to our channel, this is our 2024 infinity bottle. Every episode that we do, we add a shot of the beverage that we're drinking to this bottle. And at the start of next year, we are going to do a taste test for the very first time on camera with you guys.
Side note. So I've always looked at the cork of a whiskey, because a lot of the time, a lot of it'll soak in. But look at the color that soaked into the cork.
Oh, wow. That's pretty incredible.
Because like comparing that to some other ones, like a lot of them, they don't pull that much color into the cork.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of neat.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely coming along well.
Yes, it is.
I'm excited for next year.
We're about a quarter of the way through. Almost looks like
yeah, it looks about almost a quarter of the way.
Yeah.
Very excited to kick that off next year. Ladies, gentlemen, if you're nerds like we are, what is your favorite nerd hobby? It doesn't have to be D&D. If you've ever noticed behind me, I've got Star Wars trinkets littered throughout the shelves because I am a Star Wars nerd. Absolutely love Star Wars. I have since I was a child. But if you do play D&D, what's your favorite character? What's your favorite build? What's your favorite campaign? What's the story or the event that happened within the campaign that stood out most to you? Or what's your very first experience? That'd be even better.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, join our family, come back. Like I said, this is a family. So we want to make sure that we keep building those relationships and you guys follow along with us to see how this journey continues on.
Absolutely. Until next time, guys. Cheers.